you can't tell everybody what you want to do and what you gonna do, because everybody ain't got your best interest. I could sit here and tell my closest friend, I'm not even gonna say that, but associate, my business plans or what I plan to do this 2025 to elevate myself and elevate my future and the path to success. And that person might steal what I'm doing, or they might just plot on it. It's like, it's spiritual. It's a spiritual side of it too. But you can't tell everybody what you finna do. You can't always let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? I would be discreetful with what I do a lot of times, like with business, this, that, and the third. I'm not saying act funny with people, but be careful, be cautious of what you tell people, and the stuff you release. That stuff is important. That's your future. You know, like, you can't sit here and tell the enemy, the devil, what you about to go do. I mean, he probably knows regardless, unless you release it out loud and stuff like that. But you can't sit here and tell people what you finna do, and then they just plot against it and scheme against it, and then you act surprised. But you release the things that what you trying to do out in, the open. And that's something I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to be very, like, not secretive, but cautious of what I release to people and what I let people know about myself. When you believe in yourself, you're gonna take that risk. Take that risk to start it, bro. Like, what you waiting on, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's low-key a message to myself. I'm gonna go back and watch this myself, more than likely. But, like, take a risk on myself, you know what I'm saying? You'll never know where you'll be, like, in 5 to 6 years, just from you taking the risk. You know what I'm saying? You taking the risk of starting that business, and you taking the risk of, you know what I'm saying, talking to that person that's gonna get you in the door to that job, this, that, and the third. And also pray on it, pray on it, pray on it. You gotta pray on it first, and then put it into motion, put it into action, put it into fruition. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Just take that risk. And also, it's like that last video I posted with patience, it kind of ties back into it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you still gotta have a sense of patience when you have an idea that you want to propose to somebody. A lot of times, don't even say nothing. Just put it into motion. Then they gonna see. It takes patience to just put something in motion and not tell nobody. A lot of times, you gotta have self-control to even just not tell somebody what you plan on doing, but you doing it right in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, without them even realizing. It take a lot of self-control and patience to do that. Cause a lot of times, bro, I know I'm real bad with holding my tongue. Like, if I got something in motion and I'm doing something, it's hard for me not to tell the person closest to me what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying, or what I got going. But a lot of times, it may be the best option for yourself. As the more you start watching this channel, you'll realize that I'll try to tie a lot of things into what the Word of God says. And I just realized that the Word of God says the tongue speaks life or death. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could literally speak life or death into somebody from this tongue. And if we go out there and release things that's very deep-rooted in us, like the plans we want to do that will prosper our life, we give somebody the chance to speak life or death on that situation without even realizing it. Say I tell one of my friends, oh, I want to do this business, and I tell him the whole blueprint, and he sit there and he be like, man, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Like, how you gonna find the money to do it, or how you gonna find the business or the people, this, that, and the third? That's what I mean. There's life and death in the tongue. He could have just killed your plan just by that, because now he's saying it. Now a sense of you is starting to accept it. A sense of you is starting to make that the reality. But in reality, that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it may be hard to get the clients, or it may be hard to find the business, but yet at the same time, it's possible. You got to speak life over the situation. You know what I'm saying? There is life and death in the tongue. There's power in the tongue, what you say. If you sit there and you curse somebody all day, you speaking death over them. You speaking death over that person. That's why people be like, words don't hurt me. I mean, yeah, that's true, but like, your words is very powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like, you say the wrong thing to somebody, like, they could take it the wrong way, or this, that, and the third. Like, I'm not an advocate for that bullying and all that. Like, that stuff is real, you know what I'm saying? But I personally believe, like, it don't be affecting me that much to where I want to, like, I think lowly of myself, but some people are different. Some people react differently off them words that you speak over them, you know what I'm saying? So we must be careful with our words and be careful with the stuff we release to people, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what they could speak over your situation. And be careful with who you allow to hear your plans. That's all I gotta say.